All right, may as well just kind of go over what I'm up to. This is kind of impromptu, so if only end up talking to myself, that's fine. Also, it just kind of helps me kind of talk through what I'm doing. So I'm going to be playing the baseball early slate. I'm already in for the NASCAR and the MMA later. If anybody has any questions on any of that, just feel free to pop them in. I'm just going to hang out here maybe for like 15, 20 minutes, just going over my stuff. But I'm just full warning. I'm expecting a delivery, and if the delivery comes, I'm going to have to bail. So that's what's going on as the NASCAR race is about to start off on one of my monitors. And unfortunately, I'm way too tilted from the different FanDuel FanDuel slates and sub slates and things like that for me to even think about doing it. No, unfortunately, the delivery is not of a money bag. Uh, if you must know, we're getting rid of some of our furniture, and the people are coming hopefully to take it away. Hey, it's been a rough week in the DFS world, so sometimes we have to sell couches and chairs and things like that to support ourselves. It's the way it goes sometimes. Um, anyway, uh, it looks as though there's kind of a lock pitching wise in the early slate. I don't see a world where we don't play Shane Bieber. Probably going to be like 50% owned, 60% owned. And I'll get to the stacks in a minute. The SP2 could be interesting, but I guess not really. So to me, there's two real main options here. One, well, you can go three ways. I mean, if you want, you could pay up kind of contrarian. I would say to be contrarian and play Logan Webb. But the two real options I think for SP2s are either McClanahan to pay up and Berrios to pay down. I think either of them are fine. Both of them are going to be pretty high owned, but that's all right. Pitching is pitching. I have no problem eating some of that chalk, so to speak. Let me take a look at the stacks here. To answer your question about who are they, Jays, San Francisco. Yeah, so I have a total of 5 teams I would recommend. One would be the Angels. The other would be the White Sox. The third would be the aforementioned San Francisco's. The fourth would be Houston, and the fifth would be Toronto. So any of those I think are fine. I'm trying to see which would be the highest owned of those, and it looks as though the Angels and San Francisco are both coming in kind of high owned. But you know what? But White Sox, Toronto are just kind of close behind, so it's not as though you're getting any real discount. And Houston's getting some ownership as well, so really can play whatever you like. So let's see. Let's take a look at the weather because I really did not look at that. Good call there for the weather. So let me pull that up and see. Again, I really do not like playing games with weather risk. Let's see what it looks like over there. The Angels. Whoa. Okay, so yeah, this is orange. I'm probably not going to be involved in that. So, and the other one, just what we're talking about, as long as we're considering weather issues, is maybe St. Louis, and everything else is fine. You still have that Cincinnati Colorado game later with slight wind blowing in, but you have Washington at San Francisco, winds out strong to center, which is not something you see too often, I don't think. So yeah, I think I agree with you. I have to say, Kevin, I do like San Francisco. I think that's a pretty good play. So if you play San Francisco, you probably get away cheap, right? So you could pay up for all that all that pitching. You want to play both Bieber and McClanahan, for example. So that's what I do, just for fun. I mean, I want to see what a Saber Sim build would look like. And again, remember, there's two different types of things. Like if you just go by my recommendations, you're probably not going to get too much leverage, but you'll have a good chance. But these Saber Sim builds are freaking, they'll drive you to lunatic asylum sometimes. But let me just see what I get when I put those in, at least the way I like to do it. Oh, we also just a little bit of a preview. Next week we're going to do a really cool video on Thursday. The Kentucky Derby is next Saturday, and I'm going to be doing some sort of video for that. But we have kind of a low-key, very low-key, semi-famous expert handicapper in our Discord, Michael Baychok, who has been a racing rider for the Times-Picayune in New Orleans for a long, long time, and he offered to come on with me and do a video. And so I'm going to make that happen on Thursday. Yeah, so if I run a Saber Sim build, I'm getting all kinds of other pitching. Actually, that's not true. I'm getting the Bieber, I'm getting the McClanahan, Logan Webb, but then you're sprinkling in some Suarez and Cole Irvin and Vince Velasquez, and just to get different, I guess that all makes sense. And the stacks that I'll get are just much different. I'm getting Arizona, Minnesota, Washington, all kinds of stuff, and that's and if you're going to play MME, these are the kinds of things you're going to get to when you play Saber Sim. You have to just figure out your risk tolerance. I do promise that they're good upside. It's a good upside system, but you're gonna go a while without cashing playing this way. But the idea is that you hope to make that up when you hit that one big score. So yeah, so what I'll probably do is I'll play one of those 5 that I mentioned: Angels, White Sox, San Francisco, Houston, Toronto. Will be my main stack and kind of my hand build. But then I will do some funny business with the Saber Sim builds for the MME stuff, and we'll just kind of see. We'll just kind of see what happens. I don't want to get 60% Diamondbacks though, so I might consider scaling that back a little bit. Yeah, and you see what it does. I mean, this is what Saber Sim does. It gives you a whole bunch of Minnesota. Why? Because McClanahan's going to be a very popular pitcher, and so they give you a lot of leverage. That's just how they do, so to speak. Stacking Arizona, stacking against Mikolas. Oh boy, that's asking for trouble too. So it's up to you. That's up to you what you want to do with that, with all of that. But I think the Angels are legitimate. I think San Francisco is legitimate. I think Chicago is legitimate. Who is Washington playing that I'm kind of getting some of here? Oh, that's San Francisco. That's against Logan Webb. That's rough. That's another rough stack to get to. Logan Webb's pretty good. But just because someone's pretty good doesn't mean that they're going to have a good game. So that is true. And then obviously they're going to want you to play Oakland because it's leveraging off of Bieber. And that's, it depends on your risk tolerance, right? Again, we don't want to play the Angels, again, because of the weather, as we mentioned earlier. And who is it that they were playing? The Angels. Angels were playing the White Sox, so you probably don't want any of that. I mean, I don't. I know some people like to take shots for ownership reasons and things like that. I do think that St. Louis is pretty good, but again, that's sort of a weather game, which is fine. Just have to kind of keep an eye on it. So it's possible. It's definitely possible, but you got to be very careful about. You just have to be very careful about the weather. So it's going to be Houston, San Francisco, Toronto. Who does Cleveland play? I'm getting some of that because I do like Cleveland as a kind of a contrarian play here. So Houston, Tampa, San Francisco, Cleveland. Let me take a look for a minute. You wish the Giants was out. I could be a pain in the neck and say you probably don't, right? If you have a little bit of patience, you could, probably end up with a lower owned stack because because the lineup's not out yet. But so who does Cleveland play? Oh, Cleveland is against Cole Irvin. I think Cleveland is legit. I think they have a good shot here. I don't think anybody's gonna play them. And then who does Tampa play? A bullpen game against the bullpen game? Maybe Tampa's got a shot. So like Houston, I mean, they just keep on doing it, man. They're against Barrios. Now that's some leverage I can get behind. Only problem is I hate playing these teams off the 100. There's only one game with the 11 runs. That's not that bad. I think that could be kind of funky to play Houston. I think I like that. So Houston, Tampa, San Francisco, Cleveland, Toronto. I think all these make some sense. Let me build a little bit. And again, I'll be able to I'll put up the main slate stuff a little later, but I'm not gonna. But the different variations of the afternoon slates are just kind of not for me. Yeah, I definitely think this was it Cleveland we said was playing against was against Barrios. I think that could be kind of funny. I mean, not funny. I think that could be funky. Let me just see what that looks like. But I do like Barrios as well, right? And you obviously see why that makes sense. So I guess Tampa. Yeah, I don't think I want to play the Angels, so I have to also make sure that I don't play Trout as a one-off. Because that's something you can make the mistake. You can X out the stacks, but then you end up playing some of these one-offs. So let me X out Trout as well. We'll X out. Well, obviously, we want to X out Suarez and we don't play anybody from the Angels, right? Let me just pull this up. I'll take a couple more questions, but let me just finish this lineup here. Come on. Sometimes this program just goes a little too slow for my liking, which is pretty standard. Are they here? Oh, okay. Yeah, so we're gonna X out Trout. And then keep a little of that. And then let's now, We're going to redo these lineups. I just want to make sure I don't have any of these Angels. I mean, I can go back and double check this later. I can always swap them out if I don't need them. Let me just finish this. I watched a little bit of what do we get? One episode? No, 2 episodes of Ozark. Freaking love that stuff. Love that show. I'm through the first 3. Well, because I'm up to date on the new Better Call Sauls, which are just freaking amazing. I don't know how they do it. I don't know how these shows, after all these seasons, can still just be so captivating. I mean, not all of them, but some of them. And obviously, some of them might jump the shark and just get really bad, but some of them just I mean, are just mesmerizing every single episode. And not every single episode, obviously, but I mean, they really, especially when you have Better Call Saul, which is a prequel, which is already kind of just tough to set up this way. It's really it really is strong. Let's make sure I don't want to play this. Yeah, I don't want to play Nicolas. I don't want to play Suarez. Okay, so I think I'm in good shape here. Yeah, you like a little bit of the Oakland. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I mean, this is max double. This is max double leverage. You know, I'm not telling you not to do it, right? Because I mean, if you get away with it, you're a freaking hero. But I would rather take like a play against maybe a cheaper bit of chalk than a more expensive bit that's just has that much talent. You know, I hate to just kind of put it that way, but that's just kind of the way I feel about it. Let me give you a preview of what else we have coming today. Is there going to be hockey? Will I put something with hockey up? Yeah, I'll put up the small hockey slate. NBA, is there an NBA? No, nothing, no NBA today. Not going to put that up. MMA is up already. NASCAR is already locked. Soccer, I already had something good happen in soccer today. That was pretty cool, actually. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So that's pretty much it. I just want to just kind of check in. Let me just take a look at one other thing with this bigger buy-in. So I really don't think I want to play Berrios. I think I do want to double pay up for the pitching and get to McClanahan somehow. It all really cost me, and I could still stack Tampa if I want. I could play a good one-off. We don't play McClanahan, so we can't play Minnesota's. I think I want to do this. I think I want to stack Tampa. But I want to include a Rosarena, I think. We could include a Rosarena. We could do a 4-man with the Tampa. And then we go Bieber and McClanahan. And we could just fill in some one-offs. But what about San Francisco? We can get Dylan Carlson at switch hitting. He hadn't done anything the whole season, though. I think I do want to play these Houstons, though, against Berrios. I want to play these lefties. I want to play Tucker. I want to play Alvarez. I would love to do that. But at the very least, we could play McCormick. We could play Gurriel, so we could get some leverage over there, and we could play Castro, so we could do that actually. So 6-8, could certainly do that. I think I still have some work to do with this, but it's, you know what? It doesn't lock for a while, so I could do this. So I think I want to do that. I think I want to play Tampa in my main one. I would love to play Houston. Who else from Tampa could I play here? I want to do a 5-man. I mean, all these guys look good, right? Play Josh Lowe. I mean, Chris Archer, I think, is really prone to get beat. So if we play Tucker as a kind of a cool one-off, can I find a good first baseman, like a 3K first baseman that kind of fits here? Yes. No, not really. Shoot. Who's a good catcher? No. I do like this 5-man stack for Tampa, though. So let me see if there's any real good one-offs I can kind of go to. Let me share my sheets for a minute and just kind of see show you what I'm looking at. Where am I? Yeah, I like that, Brody. So I want to see what this looks like here. Like, first of all, first base. I mean, you could certainly play rough, right? Yeah, that makes sense. That's a good start. I mean, if he's even playing. I'm not even sure if he's playing. I could play Luplow. Yeah, but that's against Mikolas. I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know. Luplow's hitting second, though. Yeah, but you're only supposed to play him against the lefties, if I'm not mistaken. So I don't think I want to do that. I can't get up to Ohtani. I don't want to play McKinney. I can't get up to Vlad. So I could go back to the Tampa first baseman, right? If I want to. So I certainly could play Yandy Diaz instead of one of the other Tampas, which is certainly okay. Like, nobody said I have to play, Taylor Walls if I don't want to. So if I did that, now I have to really, really save money, though. So who could I play? So I could play Castro at catcher. 2,300. I could play this Brendan Donovan guy, right? If I want to. Against Merrill Kelly. And that would be cool is if I could. And I could play Dylan Carlson, couldn't I? That's pretty sweet, actually. Yeah, I think that could be what I end up doing. Okay, so that's pretty much it. I'm gonna get going. Good luck, all kinds of. Oh, I forgot to show you what I was sharing my screen. Sorry about that. Yeah, Rody, this is rare. Rody and I are really on the same side here. So let's see, man. You get two DFSers just on the same side. Like Bobby and I are never playing the same guys. That's why Whenever Bobby wins, I'm losing. Whenever I win, Bobby loses. That's the way it goes, I guess, sometimes. But yeah, I like that 5-man Tampa. Hopefully we yeah, listen, hopefully we're battling it out for first and second. Sounds good to me, right? Anyway, that's it. Good luck today, and that'll do it.